You never ask anyone if they're ready for the stream. That's a really weird way to start the show. You ready for the stream, baby? Here it comes.
You're the one who made it dirty. I was just... Do we go start the stream?
Yes.
So welcome to Drug Tech Support.
St. Paddy's Day edition.
I got
Another racist stuff.
I got some green.
I'd whip out some cash, but I don't use cash anymore.
Nobody
I got
does.
green, son. Yeah, rappers and ghetto people.
Yeah.
They hold it like this for some reason.
For some reason.
And they're like...
like it's so big, it's like a boombox.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I just put this on at the last second because I had no idea today was St. Patrick's Day.
We had...
Remember last year's, because I got that top hat and the
top
bow?
hat and the bow, yeah. And the bow's been here forever.
Remember I got a shirt and it turns out it was a girl shirt?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to any of that. What's the point of buying props? They disappear.
I think it might be around here somewhere. We just don't clean up. So,
I haven't even, set up our background. It's still, from last episode.
Last episode, yeah.
Mike, God. Don't interrupt our show.
We do need to get the chat active tonight so that we can balance ourselves, because I made extra space for the chat.
Yeah, something about parallax. Rich is...
No, I said parallelograms.
I thought it was parallax.
No, I don't even know what that means.
Parallax is when you have two,
Thanks, Mike.
shifting patterns over each other, and it creates, an effect.
Yeah, that's not what I was talking about.
Parallelograms, Rich. Explain that with your goofy-ass glasses
You like
that
them?
your wife told you not to buy, and you snuck out and bought
so
them.
I'm at the dollar store a week or two ago, and I saw them, and I put them on, and I sent a picture to our group. And she was like, no. She was like, you can't buy those. And I was like, come on. And she was like, you look like Elton John.
She
no.
said that too, independently of me?
Yeah.
Oh my
so,
because that's what I said to
I'm
him.
like, all right, fine. And I put them back. And then today I had to go back to the dollar store. But I took a personal day today and then just did things around the house. And one of the things I needed was at the dollar store. So I went and bought it. And then I'm sitting there at the checkout. And I looked over and they caught my eye.
Right there. Nobody's going to tell me no.
So I texted Brittany. I was like, so I went to the dollar store without adult supervision today. And then I sent her a picture of me.
Yeah, I saw it.
Big grin on my face.
Oh, my God. Very awesome. You add them to your collection. They're not promos, though. That's all you
They're
want.
not promos, but they are dollar store. So I feel like that's basically the same thing.
Sure you don't want to, use a Sharpie and write,
Just
a brand
write
name
Nike
on it?
on it.
Yeah, just write some sort of name on it. Very
man.
cool, Rich. They look goofy as hell.
I'll
They
tell
actually
you what.
look like the 3D glasses you would get in the movies.
Yeah, but they also have tint in there, purple, I guess. I don't know.
It's bluish.
I'm colorblind, so
I don't know. It looks bluish.
but when you put it on, it's like the world gets happier.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it like those glasses that are meant to cure color blindness that were fake and all the YouTubers were faking it? They're putting them on and going,
Nope. I've never seen those.
you never
though.
saw those?
I used to have an app, a colorblind app.
That seems like something that worked.
That worked really
Jake
well.
Paul. It was a video by Jake Paul. You remember him? He's about to fight Mike Tyson.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear about that?
Yeah, I was actually talking to my son about it the other day. He realize even as old as Mike Tyson is,
He's almost 60.
Yeah, he might die.
Have you seen the videos of Mike training?
No.
Oh, he's still got the
I figured
the quickness and the power.
That punch that. He's dead. Does he realize this?
Which makes me think it's a scam.
Maybe
because Jake Paul is all about scams.
That's true.
And there's a bunch of ridiculous rules for him that give him an edge over Mike. He can tag He can tag his stupid brother in.
What?
If he wants to. With Logan Paul.
And Jake Paul.
Jake Paul. Yeah, so he can tag his brother in. I might not have the right Paul brother. Cause
I don't know.
They're a waste of fucking breath even talking about them. But they did get all buff and do MMA shit.
No, I know.
It's
I
not
know.
But somebody posted a video. It's Mike Tyson, age 16, and he's training and shit. Paul Logan, age 16. He's like dancing on TikTok or on YouTube to like whatever the fucking song was at the time.
Oh my god!
And they're like, I don't know about that.
Yeah,
I would like to see him get pummeled.
Say what you will about Mike Tyson, that dude has a punch that's unmatched.
Yeah, dude, he's like indefeatable in Mike Tyson's Punch Out. Have you tried?
Yeah, it's hard.
It's like
Super
you down.
And he's super fast on Mike Tyson's Punch Out. But it's hard
to
find a copy of the Mike Tyson one.
I never beat it.
Mr. Wonderful is on the other copy.
Oh, the copyright. Yeah.
I don't think it was a copyright thing. I think they cut him out because of the biting the ear thing.
There's no way that happened.
I think it did.
That was like early 90s. The biting ear thing happened late 90s.
You think?
Pretty sure.
Why did they take Mike Tyson?
Might be right. Maybe they did.
Punch Out. Okay. Oh, yeah. They only had a certain
Licensing!
time license.
Oh,
Okay.
you just... Didn't something come up today about licensing?
Or no, it wasn't Mr. Wonderful. It was Mr. Dream.
Mr. Dream. Mr. Fantastic. Mr... What... Didn't something come up today about licensing? And I was like, yeah, Sony.
Oh, yeah. Sony, what happened with Sony?
I don't know, but I said that it probably had something to do with licensing.
Yeah, we had a copyright strike.
Oh, we had a copyright strike.
Against our Facebook page.
Yeah.
For a video of my kids dancing.
There's a song playing in the background.
I was playing a song that Sony owned the rights to, and they did a strike against me for it. And then today they were like, Sony withdrew their complaint. And I was
probably because they lost the rights to the song. Because that's what's going on right now.
I feel like this has been coming up more and more.
Well, the same thing with Sony and the PlayStation was they were taking back, deleting content that people paid for, movies and TV shows and stuff. And they're like, well, we don't have the license for it. So technically you don't own it. So we're taking it back.
This is a really good segue into a topic I had on here. I actually had it on here last week, and we did briefly talk about it at the end, but I wanted to dig into it a little more.
Yeah.
So we talked about Xbox getting out of the console business.
Yeah, you said that, but we didn't have any proof, right?
Well, no, but this is like, it's brought up the idea of like, what does a console-less future look like? I mean, will we just have like a generic box that plays all games, or...
Microsoft's got the PC still.
Yeah, and there are definitely PC gamers, but
anything that works on Xbox works on PC. Like you can still connect your controllers and shit to it.
Yeah,
like you still bring up the Xbox menu, not the main menu, but
dude, did we talk about it on the show? What happened with my original Xbox?
No, what happened?
So I'm sitting there one night, and I got all my video game systems set up and working.
Yes.
And all of a sudden, I heard this like electrical spark sound, and I was
it coming
like,
from the Xbox or the?
It was the Xbox, the original.
The power was built right into the Xbox, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
1 second, I'm not gonna bump the camera and screw everything up. I swear.
Something about the original Xbox power supply wasn't always good.
Bad capacitors.
Yeah, I don't. You might be right. It may be just bad caps, but.
It's always bad capacitors.
That's what it usually is on old electronics anyways, but...
I just watched Electro Boom. You know that guy?
Yeah.
Electro Boom. And he was talking about, like, bad capacitors and how they fail.
So...
And why they fail.
I've known this, but I've been very lucky up till now. I've had no issues with any of my Xboxes. Even my 360. And I have one of the original ones.
Yes.
And I was just sitting there, and I'm like, where's that noise coming from? And I was, like, in panic mode, because... I have a lot of electronics there, and it was like plain as day right from the Xbox, and so I took it and I pulled the power and it immediately stopped, and I was like, all right.
Playing on the Xbox?
No, it was just plugged in.
It wasn't turned on?
Nope.
Oh yeah, something failed.
Yeah.
Probably a capacitor.
So, anyways, I haven't even opened it yet to look at it, but
you're gonna find an exploded capacitor.
Super nervous.
Those electrolytic capacitors back in the day. I don't know. There's just like a bad batch in like the early to mid 2000s.
Yeah,
and they all like failed. I still got shit from the 80s.
I still have my TI-99 plugged in, and that's from 1982 or something. Like,
well, something that small might not have like those giant electrolytic capacitors, like like the
big
iMac, where you had to like replace all of them because they all failed because they're all made of cheap. So what I learned today is the capacitors, if you look at the top, they usually have like a crisscross or like a 3, like a Y.
I always thought that was just so they would break easier.
It was meant to expand easily because the gases build up if a capacitor fails. This is mouthwash. This is my Listerine.
It's hilarious because I looked at it a minute ago and I was like, wow, that's like really clear.
It's my Starbucks Listerine smoothie. What are you talking about? It's actually
Gatorade, right?
Blue Gatorade and vodka.
There you go.
Because, you know,
Gatorade.
Tis the season.
Tis the season. This is like your new thing, Gatorade. It keeps you hydrated.
It does. You don't wake up hungover.
Yeah.
And at the rate I drink, I need it. It's
so
something I gotta talk about off stream. I got a problem, guys.
So, anyways, capacitors, they're meant to expand.
The old ones would pop,
right?
Because they didn't have that breaking point where they could release pressure. So
my very first XT computer did that. It like popped and then smoke came out, and I panicked.
Exactly. Yeah. So I was watching Electro Boom, and he was like purposely overcharging capacitors, and some of them would explode and just like spew gas. Like,
wow.
It'd be like a stream of gas coming off of it until you unplugged it. So yeah, there's like, they're built like they have like an electrolytic component, like a battery has.
Yeah.
There's like a fluid in it.
Well, it stores
it's
power.
Like
That's what the idea
conductive
is.
sheets separated by a non-conductive thing. I really wish I could figure out how circuits and crap work. I have so many of them. And I build circuits and stuff, but I'm like, I don't know how it fucking works. Fucking capacitors, how do they work?
I have a basic knowledge, and it's I'm telling you, you're gonna laugh.
No, like I know how resistors work, I know how diodes work. I know, like capacitors. What I'm saying is like I just don't have a firm grip, where I couldn't like build a circuit.
Really?
Without. Yeah, I couldn't just build something. Like I need the I need a schematic.
I could do simple
or like
circuits.
No, I can look at that. What I'm saying is I can't do it intuitively.
Right.
Like this will do this, so if I put this here, it'll do this.
Yeah.
You know, like I need like a plan or a video tutorial.
You know where I got that fundamental knowledge that you're lacking?
Where?
Radio Shack. Because they forced you. No. We've talked about this back in the day. If you worked there, they forced you to do training, so you learned about like capacitors and resistors and all that. Like they actually were people that knew what they were doing 90% of the time. Then there was some punk kids they hired around Christmas, but everybody who worked there full time had to do the training, so they had to know what they were talking about.
I have what we call a learning disability. I think I finally like come to terms with it.
Yeah.
Which is why I don't learn things normally like regular people.
But you learn it.
I do through repetition.
By doing, yeah.
And I had those little electronic project labs and stuff.
Yeah.
And I do a cool thing, but I wouldn't learn anything from it. I'm like, if I just follow these instructions, I can make a cool alarm or a blinky light. But I never learned anything from actually doing it.
Yeah.
So I don't know why I just never learned circuits and stuff.
It's funny because when we do a project or something, I can visualize it, and I'm like planning it out, and you're like, no, I gotta see it first.
When I do stuff, I don't plan ahead. I just do it and then fix it as needed.
Yeah.
Like if I had done this whole studio, I would have would have measured, but I would have never planned it out ahead of time.
I did some crazy building in the last couple of weeks.
You went crazy today.
I did. I finished my garage storage where I have the bins that slide in and out now. And then I redid my entire pantry, so I have really nice, strong shelves, and they're all the same.
Strong shelves.
So I can store all of my appliances.
Because your pantry before, there was way too many gap.
Yeah.
Way too much gap.
Well, there was only 2 shelves in there when I moved in. Yeah. I added the little folding shelf, and then I bought 2 more wire shelves. But it's like, it was just a hodgepodge of bullshit.
Painted it and everything?
Yeah.
So you're not good at angles. We figured that out.
Yes, I can't do angles. I was thinking I was going to sit down and watch a YouTube video.
You're kind of retarded,
but too. I did buy a fantastic saw that has made life so much easier. I broke down and I bought a $250 miter saw. And man, it's great. You can set the angle and then just bzz, it's done. That's cool. Super easy.
Yeah.
But
I vaguely know how to use a protractor.
I gotta wrap my head around how angles work with wood and walls.
Rich is wearing his Flavor Flav Irish Like, where'd you get that?
I'm pretty sure I got it in Texas at a
And it
St.
still
Patty's
works?
Day thing. Yeah. It's just little button cells.
Yeah, I know. But shit, where's that? How long has it been since you've been in Texas?
Shit. 3 years? Something like
I
that.
guess you only use it once a year.
Yeah. If that. I mean.
Wait, 3 years? That's it?
I've been here 3 years. Yeah. 3 years next month.
COVID fucked everything up.
It really
like,
did.
I was like 10 years ago you were in Texas. Like, damn.
No. 3 years ago I moved here. It's crazy.
Wait, what? They don't
Live
have...
captioning is not working apparently on the mobile app. So.
Oh.
Sorry, Andy.
Sorry. We just have Mike type out everything we're saying for
Yeah. Mike, just be short.
You could go on YouTube,
be
right?
like a stenographer.
Yeah. So, have you seen those? Really?
Wow, thanks,
wow.
Mike.
Wow, Mike. Ban him? Can you ban him? Kick him out.
We have 2 viewers. Can you ban one of them?
Can you ban the one of 2 people watching our show? Have you seen a stenographer keyboard?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
They are crazy.
There's like 2 S's.
It's like a whole different language.
They don't like type. They like they use like certain like patterns at a time. It's crazy.
It's
they're
typing.
actually like
It's just a different
they're not
type
like,
of typing.
They're not like how you type
Right.
different letters. They can type whole words at a time.
Right.
They're like pushing several keys simultaneously.
Yeah.
It's not typing.
Well, I mean,
That's typing. This is stenographering.
but it's a type of typing.
It is. I guess they're
You're
kind of
tapping a key.
but they're doing like a thing.
They're literally typing.
It's like the most difficult skill to learn.
I can only imagine. It looks hard as
like,
fuck.
But they're so fast. You can type as fast as you could talk, like as fast as we're talking. Are your dollar store glasses like fucking you up? The lead, is the lead getting to you?
It was like way brighter than I thought it. I mean, it's way darker than I thought it was with those on. It's really weird. Doesn't it seem brighter out?
It like changes it from
Warm to bright.
yes
Yes.
to the blue light as
The
opposed
light
to
that
the
you
orange
don't like.
light. Yes. Oh, I hate everything. Yeah, it does. It makes everything blue. Oh, wow.
Yeah, as I've switched my house slowly to smart bulbs, I've noticed Jay doesn't like bright white, hyper white, like
Doctor
blue.
office white.
Yeah.
Office. How do you? Working in an office sucks. Why would you want that lighting in your house?
it's not the same.
It is
not
the
like-
same.
It's
I
not
feel like
dirty
I'm onto this.
fluorescent.
And the fact that your lights are like, they like shine directly
Can
down.
lights, yeah.
They're can lights. So I just feel like I'm in a spotlight. When I
Yeah.
walked in your bedroom that day, remember when Brittany had that light on? It was It looked like a UFO. I was like, like getting picked up by it.
Yeah. What I do like though is my main rooms have 4 can lights in them, and it's so bright when you turn them all on all at once.
Yeah.
But now I have full control over them independently.
Mhm.
So like we have like a setting where when my wife's working on her puzzle, her light is brighter
Yeah.
and mine is dim. And then the ones by the TV, if we're watching TV, they're off
Do
completely.
you see how chill my room is?
Yeah.
My dim ass orange light.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice.
It is.
And I got that.
I got the thumbs up.
What the fuck? I see their bulbs all over the table.
Yeah, these are for your daughter, and these are for my son.
What's with the bowl of food?
That was dinner. I was hungry.
Oh, okay.
I worked hard today.
It's not professional.
I did a lot of working today. Like I built a
It's
shelving unit.
In the chat, he's got a big ass bowl of food.
Oh, I didn't realize it was on
It's
screen.
on camera, Rich.
My bad. Sorry. I was
Only
eating while I
alcohol
was
and
setting
tech
up.
stuff can be on camera.
Oh,
And Steve Jobs.
and Steve Jobs. Anywho.
Anyhow,
But no, back to... We got way off topic. I was talking about the Xbox.
capacitors.
No, we
Exploding.
were way
How to find
off topic at that
capacitors
point. I'm just curious, like, how does the evolution of gaming go from here? Like, especially when we talk about licensing
Oh,
issues.
you're back at the console being
Well,
discontinued.
yeah,
that's
that's
not
where we were-
substantiated.
But
But
it wouldn't be the first time a company has bowed out of the
they're like
console
one of the big
wars.
3.
But if they realize that it's not profitable to make hardware, and they could just make games that work on the PlayStation, why wouldn't you? It's more profitable that way.
But dude, I'm not getting a PlayStation. I don't give a shit.
I don't know.
Xbox sales.
I think it means that everything is going to be a downloadable.
Oh no, 3-1. PlayStation 5 has outsold Xbox Series X in 2023.
I wonder why. I'm sure it has nothing to do with all the Activision ads built in.
Yeah, that's crazy. That shit they were doing.
I completely lost interest in Modern Warfare. Like
7.6 million, as opposed to 22 million for PlayStation. Nobody cares what Nintendo does.
Yeah, that's the other thing. They're kind of in their own little world.
They've always been.
But what are they gonna do? I mean, they have to have a console because their consoles are.
I don't know. They've been making. Go wait, they bought Sega. Now we got Sega Mario games.
Right.
They started dipping their toes for mobile.
Yeah,
Mario
a
Run,
little bit.
Crap like that. Pokemon Shuffle.
Yeah.
Pokemon Go, which was like the biggest selling.
It was huge for. It still is, really.
Free, right?
Yeah.
People bought shit in it though.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like if Xbox bows out, I can't picture a world where there's no Xbox. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
That would make me sad. Even though I don't. Well, I do own one, but I don't
see.
use it.
I have a PlayStation 2, a PlayStation 1, and then my son has a PS4. But I've never like been interested in a PS5. There's like nothing exciting about it. We talk about tech becoming boring. I think that's where we're at, and maybe Microsoft is seeing that. Maybe this isn't a repeat of all the other failed products they've had. Maybe they're just bowing out while they're ahead.
Once again, unsubstantiated.
I know.
Rumor. It is a rumor.
But it's not even what we're talking about. That's not even what we're talking about.
We're just talking about the fact that Xbox might be getting rid of the Xbox.
We're talking about what if game companies just focus on making games again.
Then who's going to have the console that you played on?
Well, Sony. I mean, they're the highest selling.
I don't want to play Xbox games on a PS controller.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
That'd be super weird. Unless they went like open source and like you can use your Xbox controllers with the PlayStation.
I don't know.
I don't. That's why I don't see them
the whole
going
point
anywhere.
of this,
Because there's a divide of people that were like, I will never play PlayStation, and the PlayStation people are like, I would never touch an Xbox.
So this is where I'm
suddenly
going
be
with
like,
this,
hey, all Xbox people, sorry, got to use PlayStation now. Like,
what are they going to do? They're going to use a PlayStation.
Go play on PC or something.
That
probably.
too. But then Microsoft wins.
Oh, jail come in and reinvent the F-Box.
Ooh.
F-Box.
That was hilarious. I wish we could find that WAV file.
Yeah, that is gone.
I know.
Long gone.
I was going to say something. Oh, the point. The reason I'm bringing this up again is not to talk about it again and argue about it. I'm just in a world where, let's say, the PlayStation 5 is the console and everything's on there.
Where PlayStation dominates all of gaming.
What happens with licensing? Like,
what happens with licensing?
Let's say Halo ends up on the PlayStation. Number one, they're going to make you download all your games now. There's no more physical media.
So what am I going to do? Rebuy all my games on PlayStation?
Who knows? But that's
what they do every generation of
pretty much
games.
But now we download the games, and then Xbox decides, you know what? We don't want that to play on the PlayStation. We're going to go PC only now. Then what do you do?
I can still do that. They're doing that now anyway.
I know.
Only on
it
PC
makes it easier for them to dominate and control us with licensing.
Okay. Until I hear from Microsoft that they're considering this, I don't want to talk about this.
Okay.
I don't want to hear anything about this because it's all rumors and hearsay. Are you looking up exactly what I just told you I don't want to talk about anymore?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All right, Phil Spencer assured employees they were not getting out of the console hardware market.
Oh, that's exactly what they say before they do it.
Xbox strategy continues to employ multiple kinds of devices, though. That's what he said. That he's leaving the door open. See?
I'm just going to do everything on Steam from now on.
There you go.
I don't care.
But the Steam Deck is maybe an answer to the console wars and their, desire to maybe bow out. Maybe, everything's on the Steam Deck now. I can dig that.
I mean, Halo on the Steam Deck.
But anyway.
Well, that's just because Microsoft is like starting to free up their software and crap.
Yeah.
Also, PlayStation, where you could only get The Last of Us, I believe that was a PlayStation exclusive.
Yeah.
I want to say that. I'm not sure.
I don't think I ever played
is on Steam all of a sudden.
Really?
And I just
see that license expires,
Yeah, I don't think it expires. I think they wanted to like milk it some more.
Maybe.
I'm really tired, dude. This episode.
It's because you actually worked today.
I don't want to talk about it.
That place.
I actually work every day, bro.
I know, but I was off, so I was like hoping we could like hang out. And you were like super busy, so it was shitty. But
it happens.
That's all right.
I tried to stay home.
I know.
We hung out for a little bit.
A little bit.
While
I was building.
Can we get into some musky minutes?
You want me to start that?
Musky
we can
minute?
do that. Ready?
Yeah.
Musky minutes. Musky minutes. He sucks.
Oh shit, we're back. Hey guys. It was like my only chance to vape the whole episode.
Mike likes the video.
I'm glad.
Is that the first time he's seen the video?
Drizzle was like the first time Drizzle saw it when he was on the show
That's
last.
true.
I guess people haven't seen it because nobody watches the show.
Well, we were just playing the audio for the longest time, and then I just got the idea to do them both.
The video.
Yeah. The Stream Deck is pretty awesome.
Did you follow the SpaceX launch of the Heavy Falcon?
I have lost all interest in SpaceX launches because there's always some bullshit behind it. And so I just listened to your play-by-play, and I said, you know what? Now I know what happened, and I'm good with that.
Should I start like live tweeting?
Yeah.
When they're doing this?
Maybe.
I watched the SpaceX whatever launch.
Yeah.
And they did that thing again where it failed and blew up, and everyone's like, "Woo!"
Yeah. Oh, we meant to do that.
You know, like they pan to like a bunch of like 20-somethings. That's the engineers that work there. Like you don't see like an old gray-haired person in the group.
No,
it's all like super young people. Like,
well, they're doing the whole tech thing where they bring youth into historically old stuffy businesses.
Maybe you need a couple seniors on the team.
Maybe they'd blow up less.
Some ex-NASA folks. I don't know. So
they're there. They're just hiding them in the basement.
That's what I thought when they're panning to all the people working and they're all cheering over nothing, cheering over like, oh my god, I got off the launch pad. We're cheering. Yeah. Oh my god, like it. They cheered again because it like blew up.
Yeah.
So its plan was to go up into space. This is the Heavy.
They actually got it into orbit though. That was the whole thing, right? To get it.
Okay, so orbit.
Yeah, we've had this discussion before.
Can you look up what orbital velocity is? I don't think they achieved it. So they got the rocket off the launch pad. All the engines worked this time. Do you remember last time where like for some reason instead of one big engine they're using like
7.7 to 6.9 kilometers per second.
Oh, because they're doing it in like per hour. So I don't know what that.
Oh well, that's 24,840 kilometers per hour.
Okay. So they launched, and all the engines worked. Mm-hmm. Do you remember last time when it burned out? And it like tumbled and exploded.
Yeah.
So this time
they cheered.
They cheered. Yes, they cheered. It was a successful failure.
A successful
because we learned something each time. That's what Musk says.
Right.
And Musk was not present for this launch.
No, he was too busy arguing with Don Lemon.
Oh, wait. What?
Did you not see that?
No.
Oh my God. So that's my topic. I'll let you finish yours. It's hilarious.
So, and all the, it's got cameras on it and stuff. So they got it up. They got it up in the space, and we're watching it. Maybe you can pull up footage of it. It was literally yesterday. Once it got into space, they did a burn to get up to orbital speed. But once they stopped the burn, nobody's said, this is all my speculation. Based on what I saw and drunken scientist guy that I follow, Thunderfoot on YouTube.
They just launched again 2 hours ago
Well,
for
they
satellites.
They launched their standard ships, and those are fine.
Yeah,
I don't think those have problems. It's this heavy, like the biggest shuttle ever made.
Starship.
Starship is what they're having the problems with.
Here it is.
Whoa.
And even the media is like epic third test flight.
So yeah, it got up in space, got up to orbital velocity. When they cut off the engines, it looked like there was a leak coming off.
Is this what you're talking about?
No, like the whole thing. Once they get up into space, like it's like none of this looks like what you're looking for.
It's a play-by-play on the launch, but there's no video. It's even though it says video in the thing.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah.
Anyway, so their plan was to go up, orbit, do a it wasn't a simulation, but they're doing like a test fuel transfer from like one tank to another.
Right.
Opening like the pod bay doors. They were testing that, and
like the types of things you don't want to go wrong.
Yeah.
When they start actually getting people to pay.
So once they got into orbit, got up to speed, I noticed that the speed kept creeping down. Once they got to a certain speed, it just kept going down.
Really?
It was going down the whole time. And I'm like, that's kind of weird, because they have what looks like a leak. There's like this stream of fuel or air or whatever coming off the side. And then you notice, as they're showing the cameras, that the ship is like tumbling. It's like spinning. You're seeing like the Earth like rotate around. It's not like stabilized in orbit. Right. It's like spinning. Is this it?
This is it.
Yes, this is it. You can see the speed and the altitude, and you see down there in the bottom, middle right, middle left. You see like the horizon and then the ship.
Yeah.
So that, and there's one on the other side there. Once it actually gets in this space, you can skip quite a bit.
Okay.
And apparently there was no intention to recover either of these.
Really?
Yeah, you can actually see video of. Okay, so the left-hand side is the booster. Mm-hmm. The right-hand side is the shuttle. So the booster is now should be plummeting back to Earth unless they haven't separated yet.
I think they just did.
Okay. So you should see on the left that it's going to fall back to Earth, and they have cameras all the way until it hits the ocean.
Yeah.
Which it hits the ocean at like 3 times the speed of sound. Jesus. So there was no intention of recovering that.
Right.
Now this other... They move and change direction in order to change the thrust.
So the boosters, they don't try to recover, but they...
Well, that was the whole point of SpaceX, is they recover the boosters. They're reusable.
That's what I thought.
I guess they don't care for Starship.
Maybe.
Because they said... For all we know, it's a lie, because that's what Elon's good for. Like, it crashed in the ocean, we meant to do that.
Yeah.
Where the ship's, like, over here, waiting for it to land on the ship, and they're like, it never showed up.
Yeah.
Oh, we planned for that. We planned. That was, like, part of our, to troll the people.
Joke's on you.
So, go a little bit further. Let me see. So, now it should be doing its burn. So look at the... This isn't even the full video. The altitude is not changing. They must have, like, gotten rid of the part where it's, like, all fucked up.
Aww.
Anyway, there was an obvious leak, and the shuttle was flipping. It looked like it was flipping around.
Right.
They did their tests. They did their field test, so that was a success. They did the door opening test, and that was okay.
That's good.
And when they re-entered the atmosphere, if you look at on the right-hand side where you can see the orientation of the ship, it was fucking flipping around as it's coming into the atmosphere. And even if so, they're like, oh yeah, look, it's catching. They were cheering when they saw the plasma.
Yeah.
But if you look, they cut it off. You can't see it. Yeah, there you go. Look at the orientation of the ship. It's now nose down.
Oh my god.
At one point, it flips so it's like butt down, and then they lose signal. It's obviously tumbling into our atmosphere. It's not actually it's not entering properly.
Yeah.
Like, that's not an angle you want to space, because it's got heat shields on one side of it.
Yeah.
So it needs to enter belly down.
Wow.
At one point, like the heat shields were facing away.
Goes.
That might be where it... Oh, yeah, there's a lot of this, like, acquiring, and it just cut off. And everyone's
That's
like...
wild.
But if you look at the video, which might be that video there, it's literally just, like, ass down, falling like a pencil, like eraser down.
Well, Mike says if it's the bigger booster, they can't land it yet.
Yeah, that's the Starship, so that's what that is.
Yeah, they have to get that NASA contract for sure.
But so I watched it, and you know, everyone's cheering for, like,
every time
we made it to re-entry. Woo! Like, re-entry's not hard. Like, you just gotta fall back into Earth, and you're on re-entry.
You know,
surviving re-entry, that's something to clap about.
I hope you don't take this the wrong way, but you're like very well read in this topic, and I'm very impressed.
About what?
The whole launch in general, and like how things
that's
should work.
And like, I had insomnia, and I woke up at 5:30, and it just happened to be on, and I was like, oh well. Mike was watching it too.
Normally
Mike
we're
was
like
watching an unbiased version of it though. He was wating like SpaceX feed,
like the raw feed.
Well, I don't know. Is SpaceX raw feed unbiased?
I mean,
I was watching a guy that's got like a hate boner for Elon.
Oh yeah.
He's always debunking like Musk's bullshit. Like, it's bullshit. Like the fact that he's been like, we'll have self-driving cars next year. We'll have self-driving cars next year.
Every
we'll
year.
have self-driving cars next year. Like that kind of stuff.
Right.
So I don't think the guy like makes stuff up. Like, he's pretty knowledgeable. He's like a scientist. I don't know what science he does, but like I've seen he's like written papers and done stuff. So I trust his like observations of things. And when we're looking at like the gas coming off the side of the ship, he's like, oh, that's not right. And if you're looking at the orientation of the Earth, it's like the ship is like, you shouldn't be rotating in orbit. No. It should be stable. Like, you know what I mean? Unless you're doing like, because the fuel transfer, he said, well, maybe they were spinning the ship to get like a centrifugal force to like do this fuel transfer.
Right.
But I'm like, it spun the entire time it was in orbit, and it spun into Earth's atmosphere where it burned up because it didn't have a proper angle.
Right.
That's what the heat shields are for. You have to hit the Earth.
Yeah, because the temperature when you enter is insane.
And there might have been some heat shields missing while it was like making it to orbit.
Jesus.
They were pointed out. But will we ever get a full report from SpaceX?
Probably not.
Probably not.
They'll
say it was a successful failure because that's what we live for.
Tell it to Earth.
And this was government money this time. Tell it to Earth. Tell it to Earth. Go fuck yourself. No, this was government money this time.
Ooh.
This was like, I don't know, like $2.5 billion taxpayer money for this thing. Because this is like
waste
a NASA,
of money.
This is like a NASA conjoined thing, I believe, for the government.
Wonderful. Well, in other news with Mr. Musk.
Did Musk say we'd be on Mars by 2024?
2025, I think, was the date.
Somewhere
the
around
initial
there?
date.
Not looking good.
Like, Musk. I was really looking forward to it. I wanted to be one of the ones.
That's back when I was a Musk believer, and I was like,
me too.
This guy is like Tony Stark. He's such a brilliant person.
Yeah.
No.
So, he did an interview. So, you know who Don Lemon is?
No, I know Jack Lemmon.
Don Lemon, he was a...
Odd Couple. There's an old fucking reference.
Person on...
No, you're not going to say anything?
No, because I don't get the reference.
I make fun of you for like your fucking... I don't get any respect.
Oh, Rodney Dangerfield.
Rodney Dangerfield fucking... You don't know Jack Lemmon?
Oh, no, I don't know Jack Lemmon. But anyways, Don Lemon, this guy right here, he was on CNN. He's a commentator or whatever the hell they call him.
I know him.
So he set up this interview with Elon on X. It was like an X exclusive interview. And then Elon got angry because...
Go fuck yourself.
He started... like pressuring him to talk about the Great Replacement Theory and like his conspiracy beliefs and all this.
He believes in all that shit, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Oh my
God. He like got pissed, and then it got like real tense. And then, anyways, they didn't put it up.
Do we have footage?
They only have clips because right after he left, Elon texted him and was like, contract canceled, and they weren't allowed to post the whole thing.
That's when you leak it.
Well, that's basically what happened. There's
Go fuck
clips
yourself.
of it.
Go fuck yourself.
But
The white race is being replaced at an close the borders.
yeah.
Tilt the earth.
Let's see.
Dude, I wish this guy would just like step down. But
Yeah,
he's
good
such
luck.
a fucking spotlight whore. Like
All right, here I got a video.
anything that like SpaceX does is just like tainted that he's attached to it.
Now he's been let go by Elon Musk even before his show appears on X. Don Lemon says his first guest was supposed to be Musk himself, but after the interview,
Canceled.
Musk canceled his show.
Fireworks between
Over
former
text, from what I
CNN host
understand.
Don Lemon and billionaire Elon Musk. Lemon, on the street and carrying Starbucks coffee, broke the news today that Musk has abruptly canceled his new show that was set to debut next Monday on X.
Elon Musk is mad at me.
What caused the show to be yanked? Lemon says he conducted an interview with Musk.
So
So Musk, why are you crazy and delusional?
Go fuck yourself.
he like attacked him like he was like, you're not a reporter or something like that. Like you're
Fake-
on
fake
this.
news.
This is on X. This isn't real news or something like that. And I'm like,
God.
I'm thinking to myself like,
I want to see that.
oh,
So let's get into it. Are you under the influence of anything? You said you learned your lesson. What did you learn? So you don't consider that.
Oh, they
useful.
won't show
What
us
is
replies.
the evidence? Do you have any responsibility to the truth?
yeah. He was legit. Like a couple of questions I think were hard hitting and something
Was
you
it
don't
like
see very
Was
much.
it like the hot seat? Welcome to the hot seat, Musk.
Oh God. I wasn't prepared for this. Go fuck yourself.
Mike said the word is Lemon was asking for crazy shit, like a Cybertruck, 5 million in advance and shares in X.
What the?
Shit. I mean, what is?
Oh, that's that. If Musk said that, I don't believe anything he says, dude. Like, it's like a duality. I used to like worship the guy. I was like, oh my god, this guy's like the next Tony Stark, and he's like, and now I'm just like,
Now he's lost his mind.
this is a fucking crazy guy who just bullshits. He's a fucking snake oil salesman. Like it hurts because I want to like be like positive about the future. Stuff, but I'm like, this guy
because we have like this, I think, similar views where, we would like to see a future where, we embrace the good of technology and like people like him have historically been visionaries that, brought us some progress. And
I suppose he has brought us some progress, but if he could just
Some.
shut the fuck up.
yeah, it's like at what cost though?
It's hard to separate like the good that's been done from the personality.
Yeah,
Like, and
it is. It truly is.
everything's like with
I mean,
Twitter.
And then
all
on
that
one
shit.
hand, just because he's a billionaire doesn't mean he's not a person. Like he can be an asshole, just like the asshole in traffic. Like he's just a man at the end of the day. But
that believes in
he has a lot more
replacement theory
power.
and like
than the average man. That's the difference.
yeah.
Is when he has thoughts that are
You think if people like you and me, we become
Unpopular.
billionaires and shit, and like own like empires and stuff, we'd lose touch.
I don't know.
What
It's
do
a
you
question I've thought of before.
I think I need to step
I
down
mean-
because like I don't need to be tainting my company with all the bullshit I say.
yeah.
It should be like ex Tesla owner said this bullshit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Current
Right.
the CEO of this company is talking this bullshit. Like I would be.
Well, and I think it's
I guess sociopaths.
we
like,
are shielded from most.
That's why we're not rich. We're not sociopaths, Rich.
Maybe. But I think truly we're shielded from most of the bullshit that's spewed out of people's mouths because most CEOs will listen to their lawyers or their board
They're
and all
yes
the
men.
people around them that are
Yes
like,
men.
no, don't say this, don't say that.
No, that used to be the thing. That's not the thing now. Nobody
know.
listens to those people.
Right. That's
Oh,
what I'm
that's what
saying.
you're getting at. Okay,
yeah.
sorry.
So now Elon's doing this new thing where he's got no filter and
I miss back when people had like PR people and shit.
Yeah.
Like everything was like a cultivated. Like I don't want to know what's going on behind the scenes, dude. Like I want to go back to like the '90s where like everything was like.
I don't know. Like there's pros and cons to both, but the problem is if
I don't
you do
want to
know that
that
somebody's
Bill
crazy.
Gates was like hanging out with fucking pedophile island guy.
Oh God.
Like, I don't want to know this stuff, dude. There's too much information out there. It's not cool.
But
Yes.
if we didn't know about it, it doesn't mean it wouldn't be happening. You know? Like,
Yeah, but
So is
ignorance
it better to
bliss.
know?
Ignorance is bliss.
I guess.
You know, like the Matrix with the steak. I
Yeah,
know the
I
steak
don't like
isn't
that.
real. I don't know, dude. Plug me into the Matrix, dude. That's all I'm
He's
saying.
like, I give up.
I don't give a shit.
Plug me in.
Just plug me in.
So
and-
speaking of the Matrix,
Oh,
yeah. No,
I didn't intend that.
not the Matrix.
Oh.
Just quantum computing in general. So it blew my mind the other day to learn that we have quantum computers. They exist. People have been researching this
Yes.
for years. Did you know nobody really understands how they work?
Right, because we don't understand how quantum shit works.
Right.
Because we can't like directly observe it because it changes it or
It's
some
crazy.
shit.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, somebody
We are putting all of our eggs in the quantum computing basket, fully aware that we have no idea how it works.
somebody explained quantum physics in a way that made sense to me,
Yeah.
like the observer effect, how shit isn't
Yeah.
one thing or another unless it's being observed,
Right.
to how a video game works.
Mhm.
When you're running around a
An NPC and
no, when you're looking, like you're playing like a FPS. I'm trying to think
Right.
of one that you would have played. Call of Duty. That doesn't work.
Halo,
It's
Zelda.
only
I mean,
the only thing being rendered in the game to
Is
save
what you
space
see.
is what you're looking at. It's like a cone of vision.
right.
Everything behind you disappears,
Mhm.
and it's like, I'm like that's kind of like what they're saying quantum
Yeah.
shit
And it
does.
kind of like
Which makes me think,
it makes
are we in
you
the Matrix?
are the universe. Like
Yeah.
you control reality in that sense. But
We don't have any control.
at the
over
end of the day, we can tell you how it works or what it's going to do, but we can't tell you how or why.
it. Right.
So
Well, I know there's like all these theories like how a particle could
But they're
jump through a
theories.
solid object. Well, yeah, because it's not
Based on-
measurable. There's
yeah.
no way to measure it, I guess.
so
Well, there must be a way to expect an outcome because we wouldn't have quantum computers without it.
right, that's what I'm saying. So we can estimate or whatever to figure out what the outcome's going to be because right, we wouldn't be able to compute without knowing that. But
Yeah, that's why
it's crazy.
there's like 3 states, right? There's like a binary, and then there's a state of both,
Right.
and that's
It's
what-
crazy.
qubit. And that's what gives us like an extra oomph with memory storage and crap. Dude, I really don't know.
I don't know.
I've
Nobody
been reading
does.
about quantum shit like all my life, and I'm like, I literally don't understand.
So I don't want to try to explain it
I don't
here.
understand how the stupid slit experiment works because we can't see the slit experiment in its unobserved state because we have to look at it,
Right.
right? So no one can be like, here it is observed, here it is not observed. So how do people know that it's fucking doing that?
Exactly.
You can't measure it to know that it's doing that. And that was driving me nuts because I'm like, wait, you're seeing it behave as a fucking particle because you're looking at it. But when you're not looking at it, it becomes a wave. How do you know that? We don't have any proof that it's acting as a wave. So unless I'm retarded.
I don't know. I'm not going to try to explain it. The only reason I'm bringing quantum computing up is because Google has offered $5 million to anyone who can explain how it works.
Oh, okay. Well, let's get on. I just did the video game thing.
Yeah,
Let's
right.
submit this. We're gonna submit this to Google.
I felt like this was like fucking magnets. Like, uh-oh.
Fixed.
wire.
I kicked
Cool.
it.
That always works. But I figured this was like fucking magnets, you know?
Fucking quantum computers. How do they
How do
work?
they
What
work?
do they? How do they know they do something? If you ever wonder what quantum computers actually do, you're not alone. We just built this thing and we don't know what the
We
fuck
have
it does.
no idea what it's doing, but it works.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, so it's a real-world use case for quantum computing they're looking for. And it's pretty wild, I gotta say.
We haven't been able to explain quantum theory like to the layman for decades and decades.
Well,
And now
do
Google's
some studying and reading and research and
like, okay.
maybe set up some quantum fields or something.
I don't even know what these quantum computers do. I can't even like.
I
Tell
think
you.
they compute
Compute what?
data.
Oh my god. It's all fuzzy, bro. I couldn't tell you.
I know.
If they're like,
But if somebody
oh,
out there can, they will get $5 million from Google.
Jesus Christ, that's the funding we need to pay people to edit our videos, Rich.
Oh yeah.
Rich told me about before the show. He's like,
I
if
found
we
a
could
service.
just make $1,800 a month, we could hire people to edit clips of our show for free.
Not for free, but
Well, for
unlimited. Like
in
we could do
perpetuity.
unlimited videos for like $1,800 a month, and we have a dedicated person that we would work with.
They took our jobs.
Hit it weird.
Dig your jam! Dig your
They
jam!
take my job, fuckers.
Well, if it would do your job, no.
So, if anyone wants to, fuck you, I've been doing my job. Are you serious?
You purposely didn't edit just because I didn't upload the last
I
one.
have been editing immediately all of our episodes as we record them, and I'm like, Rich, gonna upload? Rich, gonna upload? Rich, gonna upload? And he hasn't uploaded.
I keep forgetting.
Until what, yesterday?
Yeah.
Until yesterday.
It's
so
up there.
maybe I'll sit down and edit the next episode.
Aw,
If it's not an echoey fucking nightmare.
it shouldn't be. And this one better not be. I spent a lot of time trying to fix that.
Yeah, apparently the problem's fixed, so if there's no echo in this episode, good on you, Rich, for figuring out a problem.
Good on
caused.
you.
Cunt.
Why? Anyways,
You deserve it.
I've been doing a lot of thinking lately.
Uh-oh.
Google has gone all in on AI. We know that. There's no news there.
Everyone's all in on AI.
But they have this new thing called the Google Genie that will literally make a game for you. Like, you can just say, hey, I want a game for drunk tech support with Jay and Rich, and they kill
I was
people.
going to take all the
and-
fun out of it.
Yeah. There's, like, no development necessary. It just makes the game.
You know, Microsoft shoved Copilot into everyone's computer
I
without asking.
saw that.
It's like on your computer now.
It's like on the notes because you added it.
I can just go on my computer and be like, give me a recipe for spaghetti. And it'll be like, here you go. I'm like, I could have just done this on ChatGPT, idiot. So, I don't know. I tried watching some, like, reviews to see what the hell it does.
Yeah.
But apparently it's integrated in all these Office apps and everything. So, I should be able to just open up an Excel sheet and be like, correlate all this data for me, bitch. And it'll do it.
But do you want to talk about this debloat software? You're the one who put this on here.
Oh, I put this on there last week because I just found out about it.
Well, this takes out all of the AI stuff.
No, it doesn't.
Yes.
Does it?
Yes.
I didn't-
That's why I
it's-
thought you posted it.
No, it's got AI built into it.
It's not
The app
nothing
is-
but the same tool, but it can remove AI features in Windows 11.
Oh, okay, so that's an update. It used to be called something else, and
Bloaty nosy tool.
no. Before that, it was called something else. I don't remember what it was called. But so I was looking for some tool to just get rid of all the shit that comes with Windows 11,
Right.
like all the.
And there's been tools like this all along for all versions of Windows because
Yeah.
there's always
This
crap
one's
that
very
people don't
intuitive.
want.
It just displays everything immediately, and I like that Clippy's like your little guide.
Is he?
Clippy's a little.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
Clippy's a little AI guy, and you can like ChatGPT text like what you want to do. You'd be like, I want you to like free up memory here. I want you to like remove everything that's unnecessary on my computer. Yes, you got Clippy, Rich. I see that.
I should put fuck AI.
Fuck AI.
Yeah.
No, we want Clippy to be AI, right?
No.
It's nostalgic.
I don't want any AI.
Didn't somebody make like a real life Clippy?
Yes, there's a new Clippy that we talked about on the show.
Yeah. So this app has Clippy, and it can do a lot of Windows 11 crap that you want to like remove, like app packages for like, you know, like Xbox,
Just the crap.
and like
Yeah. Bloatware.
OneDrive, just shit that Windows forces down your throat when you install it, which has been my problem.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I don't see a way to automate this. But this is a cool little thing you can just open up.
You should
You
look
can
and
put it on
see.
a flash drive.
Sometimes there's like commands you can run that with like switches that will allow it to run in like headless mode or wow. Cool.
I'm so tired, dude. I just got out of work. What do you want?
So, Adobe made a dress.
Is it that dress that flashes? It's like e-ink and the patterns change.
Yes.
Okay, I've seen
it's
it.
shape-shifting. Is
Not
what they call it.
shape-shifting.
And that's what they're calling it.
It's just a fucking e-ink panel dress.
You
that
can design it yourself
You
in like
can-
Illustrator and shit.
you can draw on it.
It's amazing.
You don't design the dress. You just draw what the dress displays.
right. So
I
you're
just
designing
put,
your
like, little
dress.
pixel dicks, like raining down it.
How long until someone does it?
Oh yeah, I do it. This is old.
Really? I
Yeah.
just learned about it.
Really?
Yeah. It's crazy.
This reminds me of the grab my on top of the PC to your right, the Amazon reader, the e-reader, the fucking white e-reader under the BlackBerry. Just grab it.
There you
The original Kindle.
go. Uh-huh.
It won't power on because it's been like off forever.
It's been a while.
So it reminds me. I don't know if you remember the original. This thing here.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, it was like a silvery.
It shows you like where you are in the
It was
book,
like,
doesn't it?
yeah, but it was like 4 silver squares that you could like move up and down
Huh.
with the scroll wheel. That's what that reminds me of. It's like a shimmery with the dress.
Interesting.
It's
So
like
it
a
is
shimmery-
basically like some kind of
It's
e-ink
some sort of
technology.
e-ink thing. This is the original Kindle
It's pretty cool.
or Nook or what? What is this?
How come you're not talking about your new toy?
What's my new toy? The Palm Pilot or the iPod or
The iPod, the Palm Pilot we
I
already
talked about it on our Instagram.
Yeah, but you should have brought it on the show.
Nobody
Showed
can
it
see it.
off.
It's so tiny. I bought an iPod Nano in a drunken state on eBay, and I'm super happy about it because it still works with iTunes and stuff. I'm really mad that it has like some loser's phone number. And remember, people would get their iPods engraved.
Yeah,
Like that was like a thing you could do.
I do it.
Ugh. It's got somebody's name and phone number engraved in the back. I kind of want to call and prank them. Like, I got your iPod Nano, loser. I've been on like a retro kick lately. Like,
I think
just,
we both have kind of always
with
been that
the
way.
Palm Pilot and like now the Nano. I just miss putting what I could fit on it and going out. And like that's what
Well,
I had on it. Like whatever
it's
I
funny,
could fit in the 8 gigabytes.
This is almost the same feeling I've been having, which I was actually going to talk about tonight. And it's really interesting that you bring it up because I was thinking like I have, maybe it's me, but I have a problem with USB drives. They're not as useful as they're supposed to be. Like,
This is totally just
well-
throwing me off. This is unrelated. What are you talking
no,
about?
no, listen.
Okay, go ahead.
Listen. I'm getting there. It might take a minute. But I can't keep up with them. Like they were supposed to be convenient. Like put it on your keychain, and then you always have your data. And they've never been that way for me. They get lost. They get thrown in the drawer. You got 30,000 of them. I'm forever just wiping them and putting what I
Flash
need.
drives or like the big terabyte storage?
No, they're like flash drives.
Oh, dude, I got a whole bag of them.
Yeah,
I got
like,
I got
they've become
I must have
ubiquitous,
like
like-
30 of them.
But they weren't intended that way.
Yeah.
And I don't understand what is different between those and like floppies, because you think like back in the day you had a desk and you had your discs in a
Everyone's
thing.
got cloud
like,
storage now. Everything just goes in the cloud. You don't think about it.
and then so I'm like, did mobile devices destroy?
The cloud
Are-
destroyed.
I don't think so, because
Cloud storage, OneDrive, SugarSync, Dropbox, whatever the hell else exists, like all that shit. Like, oh, I can just store my files on the cloud for free.
I don't know. I guess I've always looked at the cloud as a backup. Like, I don't put my stuff there
I'm
and
talking
hope
about for,
that
like-
some company takes care of it.
I'm talking about for the standard users. I've slowly just like fallen into the cloud and given up on physical.
Yeah.
Like I told you,
That's the problem. You just
I
gave
backed up all my files on CDs and shit back in the day, and when I finally went to recover them, the CDs were fucking useless. They
Yeah.
were not readable. So I'm like, what if I copy all my shit to a flash drive, and then when I go to recover it 15 years from now, it's like no longer works.
Right.
Not compatible. USB doesn't exist. You know what I mean? Like, that's been my problem.
So you think the cloud destroyed USB drives and not?
That's my theory.
I feel like it's the loss of a computing space. I feel like our mobile devices have destroyed the
Well, a lot of people
computing
have a mobile device and
experience.
nothing else.
Yeah,
So they would have no need for flash drives. So it's specifically a computer thing.
I guess.
And people on Macs, all you
But nobody,
Mac
yeah.
hosts, all you guys.
Everybody's
are
got a
like,
laptop now.
iCloud. Everything's on iCloud. I don't have to think about anything.
But I wonder about like video editing people, because like Macs still, I guess they might come with enough space. Like back when I was editing video on Macs, you had to have it like a dedicated external drive
You still
for
probably
all
should.
your scrap files
Yeah.
as you're editing video. And I don't think any of that's backed up by cloud.
No, it can be.
Terabytes and terabytes.
Yeah,
All right,
you just got to pay for it.
that's the thing. People just pay for it. They're just like whatever.
Yeah, exactly. It's bullshit.
Yeah, local storage is like
But you know what's interesting? Okay, you're talking about Mac users and
this thing's pretty dope.
everybody's reliant on the cloud. Then explain to me why desktop Linux users have gone up and Mac OS has gone down.
Because Linux are nerds, bunch of fucking nerds.
But more people are using Linux than ever before. Still only 4%, but it's not like it's not like you're like.
More than ever, people are using Linux.
But 4% is huge over what it's been in
Is
the
that
past.
including like Mac?
No,
users?
Mac is in its own category,
Okay.
and it's declining.
I can totally see that'd be like the next thing to do is just switch to Linux. But then I might lose all my stuff, dude. You lose all your stuff. Like I'm like if I switch
Because
like,
you're
if
embedded
I
in the cloud.
If I switch to a flip phone, I won't have signal, so I can't text my bros. And they're not gonna switch to SMS because they're a bunch of homo security freaks. And if I get rid of my computer, I might lose my Steam library, and I can't play my games that I like to play because I don't have an Xbox anymore. Do you see how like it's like you get dependent on stuff
Yeah,
a certain way, and maybe there's workarounds.
but you can run Signal on your computer and get a flip phone.
Yeah, I guess I could just only text you guys when I'm at my computer.
Like back in the day when you had a buddy list and
AOL
Instant
when I
Messenger.
dial up to message you on AOL. Jesus Christ! What is this? The Dark Ages?
I remember when they allowed you to send through SMS to update your Instant Messenger. It was so funny.
Sorry, what?
What are you two doing?
The secret sign
Secret sign?
that you're mewing.
Oh,
Do you mew, Rich?
I'm you?
Do you know what that is?
No,
It's all over the fucking internet. I hate it.
I don't get on the internet a lot.
Okay, so let me explain this real quick.
All right.
It is a useless exercise. He won't stop. It's a useless exercise where you like press your tongue against the roof of your mouth and push your jaw out to give yourself more of a defined jawline, so you're like more manly looking. You don't have that. Have you seen people that have like no jaw?
Mm-hmm.
Like their jaw goes in and they have like that. They look like a thumb.
Mm-hmm.
Those are beta bitches.
Oh.
If you're mewing,
So you have to have a defined chin.
if you're mewing, you got that locked jaw. What are you guys doing?
Probably
Bye-bye.
making fun of us because we're old.
No, they're looking around like they don't know what's going on.
Dude, so I'm
so it's
I'm
like-
already
it's
losing
like
my
a meme.
hair and going gray.
Oh, you're a beta bitch. You're lost
But
cause.
I would look in the mirror today and I was like, wow, there's a lot of extra gray. I got paint in my hair when I was making the
Oh, is that what that is? I was like, what is that?
when I was making the shelving earlier.
Oh
I
my god.
apparently got paint in my hair, so I'm grayer than
How
usual.
are you losing your hair? Like you should like try a product because you're not supposed to lose your hair at this point. Like usually people that are gonna have hair loss lose in like their 20s and 30s.
I'm not talking about my hair loss on the show.
Oh, okay. We're not talking about this. This is not a thing that's happening.
I'm just gonna start wearing a hat.
We're in denial.
I'm gonna be a hat guy.
All right. Instead of trying to address the issue, we're gonna ignore it.
I work with a guy that is a hat guy, and
you could be a bald guy.
I saw him without a hat for the first time, probably 6 months after I started working with him, and I was like, "Oh my god, he's bald!" I had no idea.
I have a brother-in-law that's a bald guy because he won't.
Yeah, it's wild.
Shaves it off because once it's too far gone, man. Just
It's
shave
too
it off.
far gone. Just shave it off. That's
Which
what
is-
Billy Corgan did.
Which I'm getting there, dude. I'm like there. Look
Not
how big
really.
that fucking forehead is.
Looks fine. Looks like it
Whatever.
always did.
I showed you pictures of you when I was younger.
And you always had that fucking crazy.
No,
Yes.
no, I didn't. No.
Okay.
flush.
But anyways, so I feel like we've lost our computing area.
Nobody has a pewter unless
I
you're like
do.
a gamer.
I'm not, and
so Rich, we'll be dead in like maybe 20 years.
But okay,
Probably
so my
sooner.
question is this ruining computers in general? Like, there is no computing.
I think people that want to have their
Place.
own storage, personal storage, is gonna become like a niche group.
I
Everyone
don't-
else is gonna
we
be like,
just
I got
talked-
the iCloud, so fuck you.
We just talked 2 weeks ago about how Google Photos now has a desktop app because
they can't afford the growing.
Yes,
Ugh.
the cloud is not what it was promised to be.
It's not a cloud. Back when it was introduced, yeah, they probably had unlimited storage. You
Yeah.
can just store your shit, whatever.
But
Fuck
now
you.
that they're
now that it's
backtracking,
like probably trillions and trillions of petabytes
Oh
a
my
day
God.
or
I
something
can't
like
even
that. They're like, we
imagine.
can't afford the storage costs or outweighing our gain from
Yeah.
like AdSense or whatever.
Right.
Like, it totally makes sense. They're already charging. Like Google's like your Gmail is. You have now filled up your
right?
your drive is connected to your Gmail.
You know what we need now, and I'm calling for it right here. BYOS. Bring your own storage. You go, Google, I'm plugging this Synology drive in, and this is its IP address, and I want all my shit on there.
That sounds like a lot. Why don't you just do that yourself?
Well, because then I have to run my own mail
I've
server
seen,
and
like-
shit. I like Gmail.
Oh, for mail, just
Like-
use them for mail and keep your files.
well, I
on-
do. I do.
Yeah.
That's the.
Gmail won't fill up.
I'm just
anytime
saying,
soon
stop making people pay for storage or giving them free storage,
until you fill it up.
and let them bring their own storage.
Yeah.
I
guess.
mean, I
And
don't
then it would
know.
require some like apps. I don't know. I've seen apps. I've seen storage solutions where you could have a NAS and also treat it like it was a Google Drive while you're on the.
Mine's that way.
Yeah. Just do
Synology
that.
does it.
And then for Google, just do your mail. Don't do your storage through them.
Yeah.
Because they've combined the mail and the storage, so now they're like,
But
your
even my
storage is
mail-
full. You're not getting mail now. Sorry.
Even my mail is almost to the storage limit.
Really.
It's like,
You should go through and like. Isn't there a way to like mass delete?
yeah,
shit?
but I keep everything. I'm a hoarder.
Yeah, but all the spam and crap.
I keep
like,
it all.
Like Facebook updates and crap. Why?
I don't know.
I went through like this thing where I was like,
I don't know. Maybe in like
I want all my
2055, I might want to know that you poked me in 2015.
Remember when Jay poked me? That was the day. Remember when Jay called me a cunt? That was hilarious. Too bad Jay died 30 years ago.
Speaking of people dying, yesterday was the 6-year anniversary of DJs. It was,
This episode's making me feel old, dude. I don't like it.
yeah.
Hey,
Everything
people out
I
there,
do.
the older you get, the more your friends and loved ones are going to die, and you're going to have to
Standing-
continue on living with that knowledge.
Standing makes me feel old.
Oh,
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
My
dude.
knees creak. Like, it's not good.
So
this is going to get dark if I continue down this path.
now I
Hey,
am out of topics.
it's lighter out later, Rich.
It is.
It's like still the goddamn
It's
sun's
still
out.
sunny out. The
It's
sun
crazy.
is setting now.
It's almost like this daylight savings time shit should be done and over with, and we should just get rid of it, right? Like, there's no point, right? What's the point, Rich?
We already voted for it.
Why do we still have it? Big Farm?
Politics,
Big
bullshit.
Pharma? Big Oil?
No,
One of the bigs?
no, just idiot politicians. That's all.
This country is built on the back of daylight savings time and farmers and shit. we would be patriotic to get rid of it now.
Fuck that shit, dude. Just fucking
I'll tell
have
you
it be
what,
the same time every
It would
day.
help a lot of people with their season affective disorder.
That's why I'm taking vitamin D, bro.
You know what? It helped
I
this
just
year.
got out of
It
like
really
a whole winter of like darkness, and the sun never comes out. Is
Now-
actually-
now
is
the
there
sun won't
clouds?
go down.
Is it like not cloudy out
did.
today?
No, not at all.
What the fuck is that? You can see stuff in the sky, dude. It's
We
it's
were
a miracle.
outside together, and I took a picture of a bald eagle.
You did. I took a better one.
Supposedly,
I did. Trust me. That's the same eagle.
found a stock photo on Google and
No, I
then
don't know what
put
you're talking about. Nobody
taken with my Samsung.
Nobody reverse image search that. Rich is like, I took a picture of an eagle. It's like a dot on the picture.
You can see the
I'm like-
white head if you zoom
I
in.
zoom in, and it's like a little V. It's all pixelated and shit. If I took that picture, dude, with this phone, you'd be done. You'd be cooked.
All right. I'll let you know next time there's a bald eagle out
Yeah,
front.
I'll run out there. I saw some guy that was like making mods for old-timey cameras where you could like slide yourself, like 3D printing a thing. You slide your cell phone in to replace the film and actually take pictures because like the lenses on these cameras are like vintage and have like special looks to them. Like vignettes and like the angles and stuff. I thought that was pretty cool.
That is really cool, actually.
I was never like a big like photo guy like that because you can do all that shit in like Instagram. I can just pick a fucking filter or whatever.
Right. But who cares about that shit now? It's all about the short form videos now.
Which we're doing now on Reels.
I
Drunk tech support.
know.
And we might have a TikTok if it doesn't get banned.
Why?
TikTok.
Oh yeah.
Did they pass a thing trying to ban it finally?
They did, but I don't know.
If it does, I think somebody's buying it now.
I don't know. It's all a bunch of bullshit. I'm still not going to use it. You are our TikTok liaison.
I only like zone out on TikTok. I don't actually.
Who's being loud?
That's my daughter. My daughter. Daughter.
Shh.
Hush. Your son says y'all should talk about Amaranth's beer on stream.
Why?
I don't know what that is. You know what that is?
I don't know.
Well, you should look it up.
Why would I do that? It's probably some joke.
It's probably a joke, which is hilarious. Is there like a news thing or something? This better not be stupid.
It's a plant that grows like a weed, and people make like a beer out of it.
Uh-huh. I don't understand.
It's a grain.
It's just some sort of beer?
I don't know. I was told to stop Googling it by Mike, so I'm going to do it.
Oh. Oh, shit. Is this like a 2 girls, 1 cup? Or
I don't even want to know. I'm done.
that guy with the jar? 1 guy, 1 jar.
Oh, God.
All right, well, I guess this will be it for now. Happy St. Paddy's Day, Rich. Go fuck yourself, you cunt!
Oh, my God.